what is, I guess because everyone's talking about it right now. It's a big issue in the aftermath of the elementary school shooting the other day.
My condolences to all the families that were involved. That was
sure.
horrible.
Absolutely.
Thing.
Yeah, it was. So I grew up in Connecticut, and in 2012 you had the Sandy Hook shooting, which happened like 20 minutes from where I lived, and it was it was an emotional time. These families are feeling it now, and then you have. Let's share the tweet.
Oh yeah, I bet you he's remembering the death of someone, and it's not any of the kids.
Right. As we grieve the children of Uvalde today, we should take time to recognize that 2 years ago, that 2 years have passed since the murder of George Floyd under the knee of a police officer. His killing stays with us all this day, especially those who loved him.
Thank you.
Oh, and he goes on to say, in the aftermath of his murder, a generation of activists rose up to channel their anguish into organized action, launching a movement to raise awareness of systemic racism and the need for criminal justice and police reform. This guy is seriously damaged.
Can I just ask a silly question?
No.
Is he aware that the system of racism and everything? He was the leader of that system.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, also, systemic racism.
Just remember, look at that tweet. There were 7 words that were about the kids that were killed. The rest of it was about.
It was about racism.
Yeah, well, it was about Captain Fenton or whatever his name was.
Captain Fenton. He will now and forever be deemed Captain Fentanyl.
Oh my God! Let's
also not forget.
Look that up.
Oh Lord!
This totally disregards, and this was. I think it was 3 years earlier. A man by the name of Tony Timpa was killed by the police in almost the exact same manner. They had knee on his back for, I want to say 13 minutes. The guy
wasn't
struggled.
that the guy by the bridge?
I don't remember where he was, but he's a white guy, so no one gave a shit that he was killed by the police.
He was. They actually have they've got the camera footage of the guy that was on top of him.
Yeah, it happened. I think at nighttime, if I remember correctly.
The left chooses the things that they want to be outraged about, and it's generally it's generally pushing other crimes aside in order to highlight these. And we know that, anyone who watched the body cam footage from the George Floyd thing knows that it was a shit show. The cops, for 90% of it were. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
The unedited version, because there are edited versions out there that people go, well, I saw the footage. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Man, watch the full version.
I think, and this might sound a weird thing, Tony was killed at the wrong time. If he was killed today, let's say for instance, instead of George Floyd, because he was a schizophrenic, mental health is the big rage now that you've got to be protected. It would have been a huge thing. It would have been bigger because that affects every race. It's completely indiscriminate. So, literally, because it happened, 2015, 14, something like that?
Yeah.
It was the wrong time. They didn't give a shit about mental health as much as they do now. And it wasn't, we'll put it this way, it wasn't the flavor of the month of the thing that they were pushing.
I would argue that they wouldn't even, it still wouldn't be a big deal. I think it would have made news, but, look at the black guy who ran down those people in
in Waukesha?
No, that was the RV that did that. He just happened to be driving it.
Yeah, it was Carl's fault, man.
Those are just sentient speed bumps, all right? That's
behind the wheel.
But
I was going to say something. There was a lot of people that ended up behind the wheel, but that's not what I meant.